Oh, it's a beautiful Sunday and I'm looking for something. And what I'm looking for is a very common sight in the spring, but it hasn't happened here yet. Up in the skies, you're actually seeing endless amounts of jets and things flying about. It's holiday season starting again. People are all jetting off. But what I haven't seen yet are swallows or house martins or sand martins, which would be less likely. And of course swifts won't arrive for another couple of weeks because they arrive later and they leave earlier as well, so we don't have them as long. But I haven't seen a swallow yet, and there have been swallows in Rosslare, which is down the very southeast corner of Ireland. I know that because a relative lives there and he tells me there's swallows everywhere, but I haven't seen any in Wicklow. Actually, there's a very interesting thing. I don't know if it's the wind up there or a jet has just suddenly swerved, and there's another jet coming from the opposite direction, but it looks like a jet just swerved. Could be the wind, but I don't think so. It looks too professional. It looks too specific in where it happened. But anyway, so I'm keeping my eyes on the skies. You'll see all sorts of things in the skies at the moment, such as that one flight. With him. Plenty of birds up there, but I'm looking for swallows. It'd be nice to see the first swallow this weekend. It might not happen, but I'd love to see it and kind of put the final seal on spring, because it's not really spring until you see your first swallow. There's Panzer's nomada bee. That's a female. There was a male there with her a moment ago. Now I'm seeing dozens of them, and I'm not seeing tawny mining bees at all. I think tawny mining bees may be gone for the year, or else they're in a different location, which is possible, because this place is nomadas everywhere, and they're cuckoo bees, which means they've hatched out of tawny mining bee nests instead of the tawny mining bees. So the tawny mining bees hatched out first for about a week ahead of the Panzer nomada. The tawny mining bees hatched out, and there was a good few of them for a while. Not so many females, but a good few males. I got video of them feeding on their food plants and things like that. But now it's Panzer's nomada everywhere, and it's incredible. I suspect that the nomada bees are just too successful. Sorry, I'm suffering a hay fever, which is understandable if you look around, and there's some honesty over there as well. That's the purple plant, and bluebells down here. I'm not complaining. The place is full of honeybees. It's wonderful. And the place is full of nomada bees. Slightly less wonderful, but they're beautiful. But anyway, I can't find tawny mining bees. I am finding some mining bee nests though here and there. But some of them I think are actually, there might be a different kind of mining bee. There's a few. We have a chocolate mining bee here as well. He doesn't mind chocolate, unfortunately, but it's chocolate coloured, and that's Handrina scotica. And then we have Handrina fulva is the tawny mining bee, the beautiful ruby coloured one we're looking for. Well, the female is ruby coloured, the male is not quite so pretty. But anyway, I think in terms of this garden they might have had their day. I mean that might be it for the year. They were quite early, possibly to beat the nomadas. It could be biological selection, that the ones that are coming out early are surviving and reproducing. The bees that come out a bit normal time are actually not. And we've had a terrible spring up until now. I mean, so the weather was against them. So they had a lot against them this year. It's amazing that any came out, but at least the flowers were blooming, the ones they needed.